Welcome to 100% Footy. What a show we've got for you. Queensland flying high on the back of that memorable night at the MCG, and the mastermind, Sammy Walker, joins us in the studio tonight. We look ahead to the decider. We look ahead to Beanie for Brain Cancer Round, always a highlight of the season. The 100% Dribblers are here as well. So much more as the Origin Series goes down to the very last match. Victory, defeat, and those who dare greatly. Tonight, that quest for glory lands here at the mighty Melbourne Cricket Ground, where the biggest and brightest stars from New South Wales and Queensland will step onto this iconic turf, ready to risk everything.
Queensland 2, New South Wales nothing, and a drop by Flagler. Stands with a try. I've never seen that at State of Origin level. Never. Look out. Oh, here we are. Mark's got a try as a New South Wales star. Munster, one-handed pass. He somehow got it right. The arrow. Incredible try. An absolute hurler. He doesn't often miss, but they scurried and they saved it. Oh, look at this. The Roosters are into it again. Platt off the Toya pass. Now Munster, if they get it out wide, they'll score a challenge. Cobbo puts the ball down. Queensland could strike a match-defining blow. It's Cobbo again. He gets a second one. That's off and over. Jojo Fafita. Oh, he's been hammered. He's been hammered. Now Cobbo down the wing. He digs it back in. Hammerstone, Tabuai, Vito. Grant dummies. Collins straight through and over.
Too good.
And we're headed to Suncorp. Queensland have done it again.
They certainly have. Game 2, all Queensland, as we head to the decider at Suncorp Stadium. Yes, they've got the home ground advantage, and you can see it all right here on the home of Rugby League. Exclusive, live and free. Game number 3, Nines Wide Water Sports from 7 p.m. on the big night. Great to have your company and the lot. They're all here tonight. Paul Gallen, evening to you. Great to see you as always, Gal. The blue next to the maroon. Hello, Cameron Smith.
James, how are you?
Excellent. You good?
Very good, thanks.
Bringing your steps tonight. Enjoyed watching those highlights, didn't you? Alana Ferguson. We've got a bit of NRLW we'll chat about later as well.
Looking forward to it.
The season kicking off on Thursday week. And the top dog.
James Brooksy, how you going?
Good to see us.
All good?
Well done on Saturday night.
Sorry?
1 point win, 2 points in the bank.
Yeah, it's only early.
Early. Will we having a look at it a little later on?
Early, you want to get going.
Well,
It's
there
a
you
long
go.
race. It's a long race, Paul. It's a long race.
More on that a little later on, but of course we've got a bit of Origin to talk. Sammy Walker in the house. He's going to join us in a few moments' time. Cameron, the roller coaster of State of Origin. Enjoyed watching. This is something that our Wide World Sports social guys do after each and every game. Those Combox cams. We switch sides for game 2. Gave Joey a rest. But you were seriously jelling a bit of Andrew.
The carry on.
I did enjoy game 2. Did you not enjoy game 2?
Depends what side of the border you live on, mate.
So I've been lucky enough to call Origin now for a few years with Joey, and maybe a little bit of his antics have rubbed off on me. Yeah, that was good.
Has he ever snapped? Has he ever...
Joey's
No, he doesn't snap. He just goes quiet.
Well, he gets upset.
Yeah.
He's never blown up at you, though.
No. It's very calm between
least-
Joey and I.
at least you
Between
stayed in the
Joey and I,
comms
very
box.
calm, very calm.
Professional. You call it professional.
Well, professional, but it's calm.
There's a divider
he just
between
goes
them.
quiet. He just goes quiet when the game's slipping away from New
Was
South
it an
Wales.
Origin game that you left the comms box once and just left them stranded because you were so excited?
Yeah, so
Not this game.
No, it was the Ben Hunt try.
That's right.
And the decider in Brisbane. I was that excited. I got rid of all the headset and the microphone. I ran out. The producer had to grab me and said,
Forget about your job.
you need to talk.
Yes.
So I had to run back in.
Weird stuff. The biggest thing, Alana, what did we learn from that second game? Obviously that Queensland are a class act. They showed it, trailed at half-time, but now they are the ones that have that momentum going into the decider.
Yeah, they sure are. We learn a lot. Very positive things from Queensland camp. Look, we've got a decider on our hands. I just think Billy Slater, the way that he's coached that team was outstanding. They were impressive, and if you're a lover of rugby league, you can't disagree with the way that he coached this team and the way that they were able to execute. But even if you look at game 1 and ahead of this game, like Kalen Ponga doesn't go off in game 1, I think it's a different story. We sort of tossed that around after game 1, but they had a lot that did go in their favour, but that second half of footy, once they built the game, and I thought that's probably what they really got right were those effort areas, their line speed and the way that they earned that territory from their yardage game. And then just, I mean, they've got stars, they had them on show, some of their set plays were absolutely remarkable, but they just got so much right. And any side on their best day would struggle to beat that Queensland team. But it was just, you could tell that it was so meticulously planned and well executed, and it was good to watch. It pains me to say it, but they were very good.
I think from a coaching point of view, Alana, I don't think Billy would have changed too much from game 1 to game 2. Like you mentioned with Kalen Ponga being sent off, and you know we've spoken about this a lot. Queensland would have won game 1 if he stayed on the field. The challenge for Billy was getting these boys right to go in the second half. It's an area where they'd struggled over the past few games or the past couple of series, and that's where he got it right. Where it was at a knife's edge. You know, when you go into half-time and New South Wales are up. But to keep a level head, and we'll speak with Sammy Walker about it, keeping that level head, staying calm, finding that football that they wanted to play and then eventually run away with it, I think that's where his coaching shone in game 2.
What about when he brought Max Platt on and not Reece Walsh? Like, is that an example of where you're like, that's just calm? Like, he's got his plan, he knows how he needs to deal with that role?
Well, I think what he wanted to do, that was a courageous call. That's what that was, to hold Reece Walsh back. The whole stadium wanted Reece Walsh to go on the field when he come up on the big screen.
Wasn't that something?
The headset on and
the whole crowd just cheered.
Obviously, he was getting instructions from Billy. 90,000 people got out of their seat and cheered, but to hold him back, here's the vision here. That's what we've seen on our television.
Apparently, he's having trouble hearing Billy. He's going, JT, I can't hear him. Eventually got there. But and then he went and sat down because Ponga never goes off.
Yeah, so that was a huge call, and that's experience showing now. Billy's involved in his 4th series, 5th series, something like that. So yeah, it was a big call and a great call in the end.
Gus, you've always spoken about the importance of the bench in state of origin footy, and maybe even something that you look at selecting first before you look at the 13. Do you think even more so with the 6-man bench now and having a plan for all those possible scenarios that play out? And is it perhaps catching coaches and the selection process a little off guard, this new system?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, club coaches are coming to terms with that as well. Because they've got so many options on the bench, sometimes they can second-guess themselves. And what's happening is they're not putting their 4th player into the game until very, very late in the piece because they want to cover their bases in case someone gets injured or they need that sort of replacement. So I think sometimes they're second-guessing themselves, where if they only had the 4 replacements, they'd just work their way around it and get people to fill in. And sometimes they make the right call and sometimes it's not the wrong call, but that's in hindsight. I don't like the 6-man bench. I've never liked it. I think part of the strategy of coaching and picking a team and having individuals in there is to cover all your bases and do it from there. I think the 6-man bench is poor for club football. We're getting players that are not getting enough football. It doesn't coincide with the New South Wales or Queensland Cup draw, so they can't get a game that weekend. I think it's really bad, but I don't run the game. So.
I'm with you, Gus, on that. I've never been a fan of it. When you think about some of your best victories in your career, you got to deal with some adversity. You got to deal with some things that go against you. Some blokes playing out of position. Blokes had to play 80 minutes when they only play 60 minutes. There's so many things that you have to go through to win these big matches. And to have a 6-man bench, it's like a get out of jail free card. I don't like it either.
This has been influenced by coaches that wanted to keep 4 big men on the bench because their big men on the field can't play 80 minutes and they want to be able to rotate them around, but they still want a half or an outside back in case one of them gets hurt. So they want some insurance. You've got to be able to have players that can play different positions and play 80 minutes if they need to, and particularly in Origin. My thing with the bench and everyone I picked in Origin, I wanted them all to be 80-minute players. If you've got players that are only playing 40, 45 minutes on a weekend, I guarantee you that 45 minutes gets condensed into about 20 in an Origin game. All right? The fella who plays 80 minutes every week can pack a lot more into 40 minutes than the 40-minute player will pack into that 40 minutes. And we've already seen that in that series as well. So I like 80-minute players in Origin in every position, even off the bench.
There's players missing game time at club level.
It's terrible.
Week to week.
Terrible.
But also, too, when you look at Origin now, there's guys sitting on the bench for 80 minutes, do not get a single second of Origin, but can't play their club game on the weekend too. So their fans are missing out, their club teammates are missing out, and it's hurting their chances to go ahead and play in finals and
that's why we've got to have a representative window in the middle of the year. We've got to fix this. We've been dealing with this draw thing in Origin for a long, long time. Let's not get into that argument. They'll fix it out with the next rights deal. But I think it's important. One of the basic things was, and I used to say when I picked my Origin sides, and it's a long time ago now, football was very different back then, but I kind of picked my bench first because the bench was important. It either had to come on and ram home. If you're on top, it had to ram home the advantage. If you're behind, they had to come on and change the game. Or if you got some really serious injuries early in the game, you needed someone that could go out there and play 75 minutes and get the job done, not even in his own position sometimes. You know, that's the challenge of Origin. But, you know, we'll have 25-man benches soon. They'll have it.
Is there a fear of this overthinking mentality here, Gal, that the selection for New South Wales for Game 3 might see another raft of changes?
Oh, look, I think there'll be. Look, you've got another week of football to get through yet. A week's a long time in rugby league, as we know. There'll be some changes. There's no doubt. We got beaten convincingly, so I think there will be some changes. But let's get through this week first and see who pulls up fit and healthy.
Well, what they've done, look, forget about all the selections, and I don't want to get caught in the circus of New South Wales selections, because it is a circus at times. But they've had 2 games now. Luckily, they won one, so they're actually in Game 3 with a purpose. So what they've got to do is learn from Games 1 and 2 what is going right and what's going wrong. What are Queensland's strengths? Why are we getting beaten? Why are we getting beaten on those points? And come up with a brand of football that can actually win the game. Not just go out and play club football or just go out and try what we've been doing all along. Sometimes in Origin, you've got to forget everything you've ever known about football to go out and compete with the opposition you're up against. And particularly with this Queensland side, who play with the width and play with the skill and play without fear. We're just not handling their good moments in the game. We're not handling their possession at all. Our start was better on the weekend because we moved the ball a little bit in our own half. We led 12-8 at half-time. I thought, well, that's over the hump. We should now be able to ram home the advantage in the second half. Queensland come out with a different attitude, played their football, and we don't handle it. And when they play their football, we get so disconnected in defence. We get so isolated individually, and we just can't handle what they throw at us. Now, we've got to come up with a way to combat that, and we've got to come up with players that can combat that. You've got to forget about what you know about
I agree. As far as changing, I think like someone like Liam, I think we've got to go back to a bit more experience. I think Liam Martin's probably got to come in. Stephen Crichton comes back into consideration.
Well, Latrell Mitchell was...
he's gone. Latrell's now gone. Reportedly
Would you think he would have been selected, Gav?
Oh, look, I think Latrell, if he come back and played well for a couple of games, yeah, I would have picked him. He's just a bloke. He's got a presence about him. He's got an aura about him, and I would have picked him. But that doesn't matter now. He's out. But going back to someone like Liam Martin, I think he's a must. Turbo comes into consideration. But at the end of the day, we can pick who we want. I'm sort of with Gus a little bit. I'm not worried about who we pick. Worried about what we do. Worried about not even so much the game plan. Worried about working and playing for each other. We can pick who we want. But at the end of the day, we're not playing for each other enough. We're not pushing for each other enough. Not supporting each other enough. And we're just not playing enough football. We're playing a little bit too much structure. I believe a little bit too much structure. You hear Joey talk about it all the time. These days, you need to be able to play off the cuff. And I just think that you can play with structure, that's fine, but on the tackle after that, you'll be able to play a little bit of eyes up footy and play what you see in front of you. And I just think we need to support each other a little bit more. We've got forwards running as hard as they can, doing their absolute best, but they're running one out. They're running one out to lay a line. Then all of a sudden they're getting tackled by 3 or 4 blokes. You can't get a quick play of the ball, and the next tackle is useless. So for me, we're just got to play for each other a bit more, put in, and I feel like that starts with the forwards. For me, I'm a forward. That's where I played my whole career. I feel like our forwards need to stand up a little bit more and at times try and change the game. Come out of line, try and put a shot on, have a big hard run, come over a good offload. We just need something like that. Someone to put themselves out there and go after the game.
I feel like we need more than that. Like I agree, like the game starts there, but there's a gap that we need to bridge. Because you look at that first game, it was a tight score. New South Wales, we won, but not by many. And then we saw Queensland truly kick into gear. Well, I haven't seen that from this New South Wales side. So it's all well and good to say maybe we don't make changes, we need to see who's playing, but I agree with Gus in terms of the style of footy and then choosing the players that suits, but we need to choose players that can execute the game plan but are going to have points in them as well as defence, because this Origin game in the modern day is not going to be one purely from defending your way to a victory against that Queensland side.
How many changes can we make? You want to change the whole thing?
Mate, I'd be changing...
It's game 3 of a series. It's game 3 of a series.
But
You've had a team
game on the line too.
So you want to just pick a whole new team?
No, I don't want to pick a whole new team. I think you pick out a few people that will be crucial to the style that we could play.
I love this.
Yeah, you would love it. But I think it's great. Like I think it's a positive conversation.
Yeah.
Like, because they're exciting changes. We just had Tom Trbojevic pop up on the screen before. We haven't spoken about him. If you're in New South Wales and you're not pumped about that, like, come on, what are you doing? Like, I think there's some really great players. I don't think much has to be changed, but I think when you do it, it could influence the game enormously. And that's exciting.
I think if you sat down with the players that played in games 1 and 2 and asked them what's actually going on out there, what are you feeling, what's going wrong when things are going wrong, and what do we need to do better, they'll come up with a lot of the answers themselves. All right? And I think it's fraught with danger bringing players in that haven't had a lot of football under their belt in recent times and thinking they're going to go into a decider against this Queensland side in Brisbane and suddenly punch out 80 minutes of perfect football. It's not going to happen. It just won't. All right? The players with the best solution to this are the ones that have actually experienced what's going on out there. They've just got to go into it with a different mindset. And I'm sure they'd want to put it right. So I wouldn't be making all that many changes at all. There will be changes through injury. There will be changes because someone feels compelled to make changes. But Queensland just sit back there with that silly smirk on their face and say, here they go again. And that's the thing that's got to fire you up. And that's...
I'm trying not to.
It's the way we're talking about it. New South Wales have to be a bit positive here. We earned the right to go to a decider. Everyone wants to carry on and say... Everyone talks about how we wouldn't have won game 3 if game 1 if Ponga doesn't get sent off. He got sent off and he deserved to be sent off. We earned the right to come back and win that game. We earned the right to be there. We've got to be a bit more positive for a New South Welshman. Get behind the team and support them. Come on, New South Wales.
I said, Gal. There you go. I'm loving this fashion origin. Look what it does to us. Look what you've done to us, Cameron.
Just got to take that smirky look, put it on the dressing room walls, and you'll find the extra.
I guarantee if we win game 3, you won't be back the week after. Will you be back?
I'll be here.
Oh, yeah.
Well said. All right, stay with us. You're watching 100% Footy. We're going to talk more origin in just a moment with a man who has had the centrepiece of both games 1 and 2. The new kid on the block in the Origin Arena. Semi Walker is in the house. He joins us at the desk next. And then, of course, Mark Hughes and Calendar ahead of Beanie for brain cancer round, a real highlight of the season. And the Hello Sport boys, they're pumped and ready to go. Here's a little sneak peek.
Coming up at 100% Dribble tonight, we've got Origin fan reactions, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs players down with cramp, and some potential New South Wales saviours, Edward. The Johns brothers. Please save us.
My phone started ringing and it was Billy, and then when Billy sort of told me, I guess, blanked out a little bit. I just couldn't wait just to be able to tell my family.
Well, the time for talking is done. Walker with a kick. The short kicking game of Sam Walker yields the first try. And that's the threat of Sammy Walker. He's over! What a story! Oh, he's brilliant, this kid. Great tackle.
Like, he was the best player on the field. If Queensland were to hold on there, he's man of the match for sure.
Look at that for skill. Either foot, either angle.
Munster, one-handed pass. Walker. Oh, the arrow. Incredible try. Against Sam Walker, who's been the star of the show. If they get it out wide, they'll score a challenge. Cobber puts the ball down.
That is, without doubt, one of the best balls in Origin football I've seen.
A pressure conversion attempt. What pressure? He's nailed it.
This is Sammy Walker's second game in Origin level.
Sam Walker, player of the match.
Just the way he controlled the game for Queensland, it's like he's played 20 Origins, not 2.
Some serious raps from some of the greats there. Stellar on his debut in Sydney, and it was a masterclass from him in Melbourne as well. It is clear Sam Walker is made for the Origin Arena, and he's here with us tonight. 100% footy. Sammy, great to have you on the show, mate.
That's right, thanks for having me.
I tell you what, you look right at home. You made this stuff look easy. Is it what you expected, running out there in a Queensland jersey?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. I think the whole week, the whole build-up of it's pretty special. I think Billy and the whole coaching staff do a really good job there, getting us prepared and making sure the week's really exciting, and you sort of get the whole history of it all as well there, which is really special. And I've loved the time so far, and another one to go. Mate, you just mentioned the coaching staff. You've got Jonathan Thurston and Alan Langer in there as well. Do you speak to them much about playing number 7 jersey for Queensland?
Yeah, fair bit. I think Jono's been awesome for me. His sort of ability to sort of just make sure I get everything I need out of a session and make sure all the extras and everything. He's the first one to grab me, making sure I'm doing all that sort of stuff and helping me out wherever he sort of can there. And then Elfie, obviously what Elfie's like there. He's just makes everything so much more relaxed and so much, less serious and less tense, and just sort of allows you to have that freedom. And then he does sort of give you a bit of footy advice here and there, and it's not much, but it's always right on the money, and I guess right what you need.
Elfie hasn't taken you on any of his extras, has he? doing his extra work.
He's trying to take us on a few, but he's...
A little slap on the wrist.
Yeah, there's not much footy getting involved.
What about some of the players you got to play alongside? Obviously very different from clubland, but who did you enjoy playing footy with?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think, you know, some of the players that I'm you know, allowed to play with there, it's, you know, players you've looked up to for such a long time. Obviously, being a Queensland supporter for, you know, since I was a kid there, it's been able to play with these players like obviously Munster and like Harry Grant and those players now, and then obviously Kurt Capel. I've grown up with him and we're good family friends with him, and you know, to be able to played against him a couple of times now, but be able to play on the same team is something really special for myself and for both our families as well.
Are you learning from those players as well? Obviously, you come in and the staff, it's quite condensed, but you're learning off your coaching staff. Are you leaving those 2 games learning off your players as well on the go and in and around training? Yeah, for sure. I think the spine, we do a lot of sort of work together and I guess meetings as well there to try and learn each other's games as quickly as we can. Obviously, it's not like you get a whole pre-season block, I guess, to work it all out. So yeah, I think those little conversations you have, even if it's just walking to the bus or before you head out to field, and those sort of conversations there, learning each other's games, it's really key. And I think they've obviously been doing it for a long time. Those players, they know how to help me and allow me to play my game, and then off the back of that, I'll do the same thing, try and allow them to play at their best.
We probably got to see that in that moment. We just saw a couple of replays of it. The pass to Kalyn Ponga. Andrew Johns described it as arguably the best pass he's ever seen in the State of Origin arena, mate. Does that stuff come naturally? How hard do you work on a moment like that?
Yeah, I think you do a lot of work sort of through the week, and you know, Billy comes up with some really cool game plans and plays there as well. And yeah, I guess you sort of do all that prep through the week, not knowing how it's not going to work out. And yeah, lucky enough, it sort of came off in that moment.
Were you doing it in the backyard in Ipswich as a youngster as well? That's what Joey reckons you would have been.
A couple of them getting around, I reckon.
What was your first experience watching Origin football as a kid?
Yeah, I think the whole build-up was so special. Now I've been involved in it, so it's a different build-up, but even still as a kid, like you go into school and that was all that was spoken about for the whole week, and I think sort of touched on that and those feelings throughout the week in camp.
What era was that? Who was playing for Queensland at that time?
Obviously Cam and Thurston, those sort of players, Billy, obviously later on Munster and those sort of players as well that sort of played. And I think the whole build-up in the week, getting ready for school and going there, and that was the only conversation I was having was about Origin, and to be someone that's on that field now and be able to play and know that there's so many players, so many people in Queensland that are looking up to you and that you're trying to do proud there is pretty special.
So as a young Queenslander, how strong is the passion and the desire to want to be in that maroon jersey like growing up?
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously first and foremost you want to play in the NRL and make your NRL debut, but after that, yeah, it's something that I guess you're dreaming of as a child, and I just know the passion my family have as well. I'm very proud of representing Queensland, but I know how much it means to them as well. My pop and my nan, they're such passionate Queensland as well, and the feeling that they get to go watch me play and watch me do what I love is something really special.
Sammy, you got a taste of it a couple of years ago. Billy brought you in as a bit of a development player, a young guy to experience camp. Then you injured yourself. You spent a bit of time away from the game. Did you think about that desire to get back involved with Origin?
Yeah, for sure. I think I had that sort of taste one year, and I think it was Game 3, which was really special as well. Which we got the win at Suncorp there in the decider. So to be a part of that was awesome. The whole week, I guess the build up. It was a different one. You're not playing, but it's always, I don't know, it's a really cool experience for myself as well to not, I guess, have that pressure of playing, but to experience how they prepare and learn as much as I can off them there. And yeah, I guess after that, every year I wanted to be back in camp, and unfortunately, probably wasn't playing my best footy the year after, and then obviously got the injury as well, which was pretty disappointing. But yeah, I guess that was always still the dream and belief was there to one day hopefully get back out there.
Just go back to the club thing and your development as a club halfback. You talk about the mentorship, an Alan Langer or a Jonathan Thurston in camp or Billy Slater, what they can impart to you. You're 24 years of age and about to play your 100th NRL game, which is an extraordinary achievement at such a young age. Your career hasn't started yet you've achieved so much. But mentor yourself. If you could go back to yourself at 18, 19 years of age when you first come into first grade, and you're now 24, what would you say to yourself at 18 and 19 about what not to worry about or what to worry about or what to concentrate on in your development?
Jeez, I'd rather my 18-year-old talk to myself now. I don't know. It was it's pretty funny looking back on stuff that I sort of probably did when I was first coming into grade. I go, I don't know how I had the balls to do that, but I don't know.
That's a good term.
Yeah, it was. No, I'm not too sure. It was. I'm really proud of what I sort of did as a player coming into grade, and I guess I'll try and continue to back myself and play that sort of style of football.
Let's talk goal kicking. The MCG, was that your first time ever playing any footy there at all?
Yeah, first time there, yeah.
So it's a huge coliseum. You've got 92,000 screaming fans, and, mate, you couldn't have hit them any sweeter if you tried. 7 from 7 on the night and making it look easy. Was there something about the ground, the night, the conditions that helped you?
It was awesome. It was a nice feeling. I think sort of after the first couple of kicks, you get a pretty good feeling, a bit like a golf swing almost. You feel like you're in rhythm, and they're all coming off pretty nicely. And it was pretty cool to sort of hit them like that. I had probably a bit of experience my first couple of years of the Roosters playing at those AFL and cricket grounds. We played a lot of footy at the SCG there, so I prepared myself pretty well for that. I think did a lot of work on our captain's run, goal kicking, spent a lot of time. Jonathan Thurston helped me a fair bit there. Just sort of getting used to the conditions, getting used to that sort of oval field again, and lucky enough it came off.
And then you went back to a rectangular ground on Sunday night up against the Sharks or the Roosters.
The Roosters fans aren't too happy.
No, you could see
Bring it back down to earth.
And you could see you were filthy on yourself as well.
That was in that one.
Still hitting it sweet though.
Yeah. No, it was. Rad's actually had a little word to me after the game. He's like, you could not miss on Wednesday. Now you want to come back here and can't kick a goal. But it was. Yeah, I was still keep working on it. I guess it brought me back down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, you won't handle Suncorp. You won't.
Get in his head, Gus.
There he goes.
We'll have too many points anyway. It won't matter.
He's growing up there, Gus.
Good rebut.
He'll kill it.
Now, it's so narrow at Suncorp. They look narrow from a distance.
Not for us.
For the 7 players that back up for the Roosters on Sunday night, it says a lot about the club. What was that like for the rest of the teammates to have you all back there from playing Origin?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think all the boys sort of are pretty keen to get back out there and do our club proud. And I think the club did a really good job, and the players that weren't playing, the leaders especially that weren't playing Origin, they did a really good job to make sure when we got back in, we just had to come in and do our job, play our footy, and they sort of, I guess, took care of the rest.
What about that guy, Lindsay Collins, the try
2
scorer?
tries in 4 days.
What a weapon!
I don't know. He's been playing awesome. I think he's hitting some career best form at the moment. It's really good to see. I thought he was amazing. Obviously Wednesday night for us in Origin, but then to back up, got a try. I thought he was really physical out there on Sunday night as well. Really led the forward pack.
You just saw there up on the screen. Your next game Friday night. We'll be up there with you at Suncorp against the Broncos, a club that we talk about being your 100th against a team that many thought you actually would have ended up starting with. What will that be like?
Yeah, it's really special. I guess to go up there, I'll have a lot of family and friends that'll be able to sort of attend the game and experience. They were obviously there for my first game, my debut, and now to experience a couple of years later my 100th game in front of them again. It's a ground that it's my favourite ground to play at Suncorp, so to be able to go up there and play my 100th game against the Bronx, a lot of the boys that I've sort of grown up playing with as well, which is pretty special as well.
Anything else to get in his head, Gus, before game 3?
Done enough.
Done your work?
Can't kick them all, you know.
Yeah. Sammy, great to have you. Congratulations on everything you're achieving, mate. All the best for your 100th.
Thank you.
Sammy Walker joining us here tonight on 100% footy ahead of that big game for his Chooks on Friday night, and of course the Origin decider right here on the line. Stay with us. More to come. Our quality moments from the round that was just around the corner. We've got 2 special guests in the studio ahead of Beanie the Brain Cancer round, and the Dribblers are next here on 100% footy. Stay with us.
Everybody's gonna lose their minds.
You are listening to 100% Dribble with Hello Sport. Welcome back to another episode of 100% Dribble, brought to you by Good Day Daily Multivitamins. It's winter, it's freezing, you're getting sick. Multivitamin Immunity Boost makes smart decisions. GoodDayOz.com.au. Let's get into it. We lost game 2. New South Wales lost game 2, and there's been many feelings about it. Big feelings, big emotions. But I think this guy here, he encapsulates the general sentiment across the great state of New South Wales.
You, Queensland.
Tom, I got to be honest with you, this bloke makes me feel a whole lot better. That's one of the great flexes of all time.
Let's get him into the sheds.
Boys, just give him one of them.
Come on.
Just give him one of them.
Can we listen to that again, please? Just one more time.
You, Queensland.
Yes! Now, Eddie, anyone who has had a cramp knows that it is one of the more uncomfortable feelings you can have.
Horrific.
What's worse than having a cramp, I think, is having a cramp while you have a social media girl in your face with a camera.
Tell you what's worse than that is having a cramp with a social media girl's camera in your face, having been directed by the captain of your club, your captain, Stephen Crichton.
2 field goal games. Big post-match show coming full time. Canterbury 13, Manly 12.
Now, just back to State of Origin quickly, and some news or developments that will well and truly get lead in the pencil of every single New South Welsh man and woman. Matty John said last night that he'd be happy to help Joey coach New South Wales next year if Joey was off.
If Joey does it, I'll help Joey out. That's it.
Listen, the state needs you, Joey. Like, I'm talking to you right now, the state needs you. And if there's anything Tom and I can do to get it over the line for you...
Anything
at all. Do you need a load of whites done?
Meal prep.
New surfboard. What about a new surfboard? Do you need a massage? Not from me, I can get a professional.
I'll do it.
We'll do it. If you want us to do it, we'll do it. But if you need a professional, I can get a professional.
The state's calling. You going to answer?
Feel good, answer the phone. Are you going to answer the phone, Joey?
Phone's ringing, Joey. Who do you think that is? That's the state of New South Wales. They're on the phone.
Answer the phone.
All right, that's all we have time for. We'll see you next week. Go Manly, go New South Wales.
There's our dribblers in fine form, as always. Leaving 8 to mortal out of it, ladies and gents. Let's get into our quality moments, thanks to Ali Prices from the round. That was the 16th to 27. And what about the stadium that they're built in Christchurch and the performance to play the first NRL game there, Gus? This was great from the Wars.
Incredible, wasn't it? I hadn't seen that. I'd been to Christchurch a number of years ago after the earthquakes and saw the devastation and everything there. And the stadium that they had, we took a game from Panthers to Christchurch, was built on scaffolding. It was scaffolding. There was all the stands and everything. To see what they've built there now is extraordinary, and hopefully the city comes out of that and prospers into the future with the sports.
They're playing some good footy. Chance with 4.
Warriors, serious team, mate. Serious football team. Yeah, they're a chance.
I'll tell you what, few would have seen this coming. The Titans Alana on the board, doing it in style. Zane Harrison putting his name up in lights with his field goal against the Panthers.
Yeah, he iced it at the death. I thought both halves actually had a great game for the Titans. Jaden Campbell was outstanding. I think what Zane Harrison actually offers Jaden is that little bit of freedom to stick to his game and his strength. But the biggest story for them was their defence. Penrith had 19 offloads. They put a ton of kicks up, but they scrambled. They worked really hard for one another, and they iced the moment.
The Doggies iced the moment too on Saturday night, Gus. 1-point win. You take them when you can get them. Any more to add from your comment off the top of the show tonight, Gus? Stephen Crichton, he loves these field goals.
Yeah, he's a beauty.
Come on, Gal, get into it.
I'll tell you, there's a talking point about it. He played 5'8", Gus. Is that something that will happen going forward, in playing 5'8", burning out in the centres?
I don't know, but I know he's trained in that position regularly during the last 3 off-seasons. So it's always been some sort of thought with the coach. And they decided to implement it this week. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do going forward, but Stephen Crichton can virtually play anywhere.
How do you feel about it, Gal?
I think they need to do something with their attack. Their attack was... Look, the one thing about the Dogs, no one's a defensive side. The defence has been struggling also, but they kept the side a minimum amount of points on the weekend. And I think Stephen Crichton moving to 5'8" was a bit of a plus for them. It definitely did improve a little bit. I like Burton out in the centre. I think he's a good centre. As Gus said, Stephen Crichton can play absolutely anywhere on the field. He's a genius. So we'll wait and see what they do in the future of the Dogs.
Stili Tupanua, Gus, 8 weeks.
Can't believe it. 8 weeks, yeah. He did it with the very last run of the game. It was in extra time. Remember we went down the right-hand short side, nearly scored. He put in a sprint there and he just cooled down after full time, went straight into Golden Point, put in a sprint and did his hamstring, grade 3. So he's out for 8 weeks, which is a huge loss. He's been absolutely outstanding this year.
He's been dynamic off the bench, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's been great. We've been missing
player.
Kick hours out for 3 months, and Preston was out with his broken arm. So Tupanua's taken up a lot of the slack there on the edge of the field and done a great job. And And now he's out for 8 weeks, so it's just one of those
He's
years.
still alive, though, Gus. He's still alive.
Just
probably got to win. You probably win 6 or 7 of your last 10.
It's a long race, Paul. It's a long race.
Bit of scuttle, Jacob Preston this weekend.
It's only 10 to go, mate. You better hurry up.
Any chance for Preston to play this weekend, Gus?
Look, there'd be some temptation to do it now that Satili's out, but we have got the bye the following week, and he's coming back from a broken arm, so, you know, the specialist would have to be 110% right that he's ready to go before I think we'd risk him, so we'll leave that in the hands of the medical team and Jacob Preston. I know he trained today, he's keen to play, but we want to get approval. We've got the bye after the Titans, and Titans are going to be very hard on Friday night. We don't want to go in with any doubts.
Your mate Munster backs up from Origin, Cameron, and ends up celebrating game number 250 in style. A Storm over the Raiders.
It was a shaky start. Raiders got away to a 16-0 lead. You know, Gus and I called this game yesterday afternoon, and then Harry, that man on screen, Harry, he started off the bench. He come on at the 20-minute mark, and then the whole momentum changed for the Melbourne Storm. Cameron Munster was strong. I thought Will Warbrick had one of the best games of his career in rugby league. Every single time a high ball went up, he went up and caught it. Gus mentioned,
it was crazy,
he goes, I don't think I've seen a winger go up as many times for a high ball and come down with the ball in his hands. He scored he scored 3. He set up a couple of tries and had a hand in a couple of scoring opportunities for Melbourne as well. So, great weekend. It was a big weekend for Melbourne. So, 250 for Melbourne Storm, 250 for Cam Munster. Old boys weekend, they do it well down there.
It probably almost ends the Raiders' season. They've won 5 games. They've won 5 games. They've got 10 games to play. They play 24 games. So they've got to probably win 7 or 8 of their last 10 games. That's going to be a big effort from where they're at.
As soon as you start saying it's mathematically possible, you're probably in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I think probably from the Dogs down is done. What are the Dogs in 12th at the moment? I think we're down at 12.
I don't look at the ladder, Paul.
Well, I look at it. I think you're only 12, mate. You don't look where you're at on the ladder.
Never.
The GM of the Dogs doesn't look.
What is looking at the ladder going to change it? I don't need.
Well, mate, you got 10 games to go, and I think you've probably got to win at least
what could
7
possibly
of your last
change
10.
my job about looking at the ladder? I don't look at the ladder.
See where your team's going to finish the season. See, you finished top 4. You finished top 4 last week. You're currently in 12th position.
The football gods.
You're going backwards at the moment. You want to go forwards, Gus.
No, they had a win on the weekend.
I know they had a win, but they're still in 12th position. They were in the top 4 last year. They were top 4 last year.
You people that go around looking at the ladder, I don't know what you're going to.
It's like the good old days, you two in the split screen. Just glad it wasn't me. Thank you. You lot stay with us. Special guest joining us in just a moment. Ahead of Beanie for brain cancer. We're going to look ahead to what will be a great few days. And calendar, Mark Hughes, they're in the house. Back in a moment.
Here they are. Indiana is 10, Digger is 9, Archie is 7. The great moment for them.
You weren't meant to run through the banner.
Yeah, we weren't. We were told not to, but I think my excitement got to me.
Beanie for brain cancer round.
Which one of you led the charge on that?
I feel like Archie ran out straight away, and Indy was trying to hold me back, but I had to go. I needed to go out there with Archie and tried to run through it, just hit it like a brick wall pretty much. And
then you guys wouldn't get off the field.
Yeah, couldn't stop. It was the excitement.
I did it.
Yeah, I know, you went through. You went through the banner.
I did what?
Archie Calendar there going down memory lane of what was a memorable night, the opening of the inaugural Beanie for Brain Cancer round, and to think that this year is the 10th edition. Of course, young Archie is the son of a former colleague here at Nine's Wide World of Sports, Matt Calendar, who ran rugby league and unfortunately passed to the insidious disease that is brain cancer. And it puts so much meaning behind this round, which is helped so much by the two people joining us at the desk tonight. And Calendar, great to have you here. Mark Hughes, great to have you here as well. Two absolute inspirations, guys, and it's always such a highlight in the calendar. Actually, even watching you, Gal, run out with your Sharks there.
Yeah, I feel really odd now. I shook Archie's hand, but I just realised that was Archie. He's a grown man.
Well, he's in the crowd here tonight, so we spotted him in the back.
There we go, back. I introduced myself when he got here, and he sort of looked at me like he knew me, and now I realise it's him. So, yeah, it's hard to, it's not hard to believe. It's actually, that's what rugby league does. You know, I think 10 years ago we started this, and it's such a good idea. I mean, Beanie's in the middle of winter, such a good idea, and to raise so much money, almost $30 million to try and raise awareness and funds to fight this hideous disease. It's such a good job, and take my hat off to you guys for what you've done. It's an amazing job, and I'm glad I could be a part of it, and really looking forward to the walk this weekend. It's going to be outstanding.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. But Mark, you look at it now, we're heading into this round. It's almost $30 million that has been raised from all the work that, but obviously the organisation, Mark Hughes Foundation, but the NRL and the fans, they're the most important part here too, aren't they?
Fans have played an enormous part, and this time of year we argue blue and maroon, and you know there's tribal teams and the fans, and they go at each other. But I feel like for the last 9 years, and this will be the 10th year, that the Rugby League world wraps their arms around brain cancer. And from the moment I saw Gal, I was sitting in the crowd that day and see him run out and see the players follow him and the Calendar family out in the field. It was a really emotional time, but I just felt there was some magic that was going to come of that. And we promised Matt that we'd give it our all and keep this going. And 9 years later and $30 million raised, so much awareness. It's really been a magical journey.
Certainly has, and it's such a joy watching you guys. We talk about Archie here tonight, Digger, Indy, and Maddie, your 4 kids. Maddie, of course, working here at Wild World Sports, has been doing an amazing job for the 10 years that I've been here as well. Nice to see her behind the cameras here tonight. You talk about family and the pride these kids and yours has shown, but also watching you guys and what you do throughout this whole week, everyone that works for the Mark Hughes Foundation cause as well. You're at every game, selling the beanies from a stall, and obviously there's a real emotional side to this for you as well.
It's hugely emotional. Just even looking at that footage just then, I just think Archie was so little. The kids were, babies. They didn't even really understand what they were doing. They were just happy to be running out with Gal. Archie's a Shark supporter, so he was thrilled. But I think for us as a family, that idea that Matt had and then went to Mark and, him and Glenn Pallister, who also worked here, were hugely, the driving force. And then obviously we went to NRL, sitting there in that boardroom with, I think it was Todd Grinberg at the time. And Andrew Abdo was there, Mark and Kiralee, and they were so excited to bring this idea, like Matt had that idea of players running out. I don't think that'll ever grow old for me, that seeing players and then seeing the crowd, everyone with beanies on. It's so special.
Amazing legacy that he's left.
Yeah, amazing, and amazing for my kids. They've grown up just, helping out, going to each other's, each game. Also our extended family, then our friends, Matt's friends, still heavily involved in selling every year. So it's a really special time for us. It's not a sad time, it's a real celebration.
It's a reality of life. I mean, we visit this for a couple of weeks a year, when it comes around again. Oh yeah, beanies for brain cancer, but you're with it all day, every day. It's all consuming in your life. How much of your life does it take up? With
the beanies? Do you know what? I really focus, I am an ambassador for the Mark Hughes Foundation, and I really focus on this week especially. With the kids, I try and organise all my girlfriends to get, volunteers to get to the games, but I do a few things here and there for the foundation, speak at a few functions, but I will never stop. Matt didn't get to reap the benefits of, funding and research and a cure and all that sort of thing, but we won't stop until we get one. So is it consuming? Yeah, it is a little bit, but I enjoy it. Matt is with us when we're doing it.
A question for Mark. Raised all this money and all this awareness, and it's been brilliant, but on the other side of that, what advancements have made? What progress have you made in this space, and how has it helped research?
Due to the NRL Beanie for Brain Cancer round, we've raised so much money, so much awareness. And the Mark Hughes Foundation Brain Cancer Centre, only a week ago, we announced another $18.9 million commitment to our centre for the next 5 years. So that's a total investment of $36 million now that we've done. Wouldn't be looked at if it wasn't for this. Now, we had 0 researchers back when this started. We've got 46 researchers there now. Wow. I go in there and I see what they're doing, and our professor shows me around, and just the energy, the enthusiasm of these researchers, they're special people. Now, we haven't cracked the code yet, Gus, but we're working so hard to do that, and we're going to continue to do that, but we can't do it without the help. We can't help if people don't buy a beanie, they don't get behind us, we can't keep doing it. We need some government funding, some help there too, some corporate backing. But we're feeling really great about it, and we're just giving it our best shot, and I think that's all we can ask.
Yeah, well said, mate. You're putting Gal to work as well. It's been tell us
Yeah, I'm
about
having a walk.
preparation.
I've been wanting to do it for a couple of years. I was last year I was going to do it, but had the fight upcoming. So this year I've got nothing on. I'm walking 150 Ks. We leave on Friday morning. So I'll be working Thursday night till 9, straight to the hotel. We leave at 5 a.m. Friday morning, and I'm looking forward to it. 50K a day for 3 days, and trying to raise money, obviously. So if you can't buy a beanie, go to the Mark Hughes Foundation website and donate if you can.
I love this. Obviously, the big trek also ends at the game. And this year we've got the Newcastle game back as the finish line as well. The one on Sunday, Arvo, which you'll see here on 9 against the Tigers, which obviously special for you, considering you're a former Knight, premiership winner with them, and they're flying at the moment too. That'll be some afternoon.
Yeah, it's going to be a fabulous way to finish there at Newcastle on Sunday, so we're looking forward to that. And there's so many things. The sports bet are $1,000 for a try across the weekend, so I implore that all coaches put the shoulder pads away this weekend and just see some free-flowing rugby league. So,
I love it. There you go, markhughesfoundation.com.au. You can grab your beanie online right now. Alana's over there with the mic in her hand, the big smile on her face. What do you got, Fergo?
Oh, I'm always chipper because it's such a great round. Look, Mark and Anne both spoke about the importance of buying a beanie. Here at Channel 9, we gave everyone in our crowd a beanie, but this is just how good they'll look when you're at the footy. Chuck them on, guys.
There we go.
An important cause, but they look as good as they impact, so make sure you dig deep. They've also got some incredible kids' beanies. My kids all have the kids' ones, and they're awesome. So, yeah, how good, Grace.
I love it. Well done, Fergo, on your Channel 9. Who's in charge of the design? Because every year you guys
they're always good. They always turn out awesome.
Is that Kira-Lee?
Well, the first year I took it on board and I fully designed it. And I had done a genius, but I come up with a red and blue one.
Of course you did.
It sold well in Newcastle, but no one else wanted to buy it. So the team, we get them, they have a look, they chop and change, and they come up with a couple of designs. The watermelon crush this year is going to be popular.
Watermelon crush,
Look out.
Love it. Before we wrap it up, one of my favourite things when we are promoting this round is for Gus to put
yes.
Do you mind? Would you be able to take yours off for a moment? Because I haven't got a spare one up here. And just pass it over to Gus.
Okay. Every time Gus does this,
Gus does the worst job ever in sales. He has to do it himself, Ian, because this stuff goes viral. Because he's... There we go. There we go. He's ready to roll the 7-Eleven, the great man. So good. MarkHughesFoundation.com.au. If you head to any game this weekend, grab your beanie, donate to such a great cause. Can we give it up for Ann Callender? Mark Hughes here in the studio tonight. Beanie for Brain Cancer round, back for the 10th year in season 2026. We'll be back right after the break here on 100% Footy. Welcome back to 100% Footy. What about this? Right around the corner. July 2, yes, Thursday week, season 2026 of the NRLW arrives, and you'll be seeing every match live and free here on 9, all the way up to the grand final in the first weekend of October. So, ahead of the new season, our tab top 3, Alana, we thought we'd pick out some of the future storylines to look out for here. Where do we start?
Well, we're starting with some of the recruits, some code hoppers, Brace. This is Tegan Levi, one of the Rugby Sevens girls. She is an absolute weapon. Her sister, Maddie Levi, is a brilliant ball runner, but Tegan is a brilliant ball player. So she's obviously got the pace coming from Rugby Sevens, but she will be a handy pick up for the Titans. So fit. Alongside Lauren Brown, they could cause some serious trouble. So I'm looking forward to that. And then Maddie Ashby, she's coming to the Sharkies gal. She'll be huge for the Sharks. There she is. She's also another one. She's played both codes. I've actually been in and around her around rugby league, so she'll be massive for the Sharks. She'll bolster their squad. Obviously, Emma Veron having a baby, so they could do with that handy recruit. But yeah, she's a weapon.
I saw it today, actually. It was down the ground today in the gym. Sharkies season launch for the girls on Wednesday night. You're hosting that, Alana. I'll be there myself. Should be a good night.
Yeah, looking forward to it. But yeah, she'll be an absolute weapon, Maddie Ashby. She's played every football code under the sun and always excelled. Just one of those players that's always stood out. So good recruit for the Sharkies.
Up Cronulla, baby.
Up.
Right, so we go from code hoppers. What about another big story heading into the new year?
Well, I think one of the big ones is Jesse Southwell heading up and going to the Brisbane Broncos. The thought of Jesse Southwell combining with Tamika Upton, I just think is scary for any opposition. So a big loss for the Newcastle Knights.
How does Joey feel about this?
Well, he'd be absolutely heartbroken. Because she's a brilliant footballer. I think even just this latest Origin series, you've been able to see her shine on the big stage and just a natural footballer, but such a huge pickup. To be able to link up with Tamika and every other player that they've got at the Broncos, Ali Brigginshaw will still be there for another year, but it's a massive get.
She's one of your favourites, Gus, Jesse Southwell.
She certainly is. How do they do that?
Cash.
How are they allowed to buy the best players off the offer? Oh, we're trying to get the NRLW to be a great competition and an even competition. We've got 2 teams that beat everyone by 50, and still those teams keep poaching players from the other clubs. I don't get it. I don't understand why there isn't better control over that.
I agree.
Mind you, I don't run the game, so I can't tell you.
Something to look at. So the Broncos, one of the powerhouses.
Yep. Well, here's the other one.
The Roosters.
The Roosters.
Are they stoppable?
They're stoppable. They're stoppable, but
By
they'll
Brisbane.
be by Brisbane. I think the other 2 teams that are close are the Titans and the Sharks. Actually, I think they're probably ahead of the season looking the strongest, but the Roosters, they've got so much quality. They've got an exceptional coach as well, which certainly helps, but right across the board, they've been able to, over the recent years, build depth, which I'm with Gus, it can be tricky when you're looking at the NRLW because you want it to be even and to have those close contests, but if you're a footballer and you want to watch a quality game of football, well, make sure you turn the TV on when the Roosters are playing because they are as good as it gets.
Our mate Millie too.
Our mate Millie. She's in the middle doing the tough stuff.
Little Gigi, the bum, the mascot on the sideline. So NRLW
Little
season,
Gigi.
Yes, 2026.
She's got you covered.
Oh, big time. Coming our way and yours too. There's my camera over there. Hello, number 2. I feel like the fat man trying to work out where his camera is. Stay with us after the break. We'll wrap it up.
Buddy. These guys have come in here to support you every step of the way.
That first phone call came to me, my brain was just like, oh, I can't run a marathon.
I'm under no illusions that this is going to be very difficult.
Hey, go quick! I see at the finish line. Proving to my people that you can overcome anything in life.
That was hard.
All right, bud.
Good luck, brother.
Let's get it done.
All right, let's get round ready. Thanks to Solo by MYOB. The tips for the 9 games this weekend: Gal, Eel, Bunny, Bronco, Rooster, and Knight Tiger.
I'm going to go the Rabbits, the Roosters, and the Knights.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rabbitohs. You know what? I'm going to go Broncos. See what they got. And then Knights.
Gus? I'm going to go Eel to beat Rabbit. I'm going to go Rooster to beat Bronco. Knights got flogged by Tigers earlier this year out of Campbelltown. They might get square this time. I'll go Knight.
Hey, Brace, I noticed
Eel,
also
Rooster,
this week that you're nominated for a Logie. You and Danica Mason, it's just like a team event. Oh, so you're against Danica. Hang on, so you're against Danica Mason.
The AI work experience
Oh
kids
my
being all over
God.
it again. So, no, D. Mason and I, lucky enough to have been nominated for a new category at the
So how do you win? Do you need people to vote?
The Bruce McAvaney Sports Presenter.
Is that why you text me today? Can you vote for me?
I did not text you.
You did so.
I don't text you, Gal. I never text you.
You did.
You're the one sliding into my DMs. For
You text me today.
all sorts of
Can you
reasons.
please vote for
Well
me?
done to D. Mace. Well done to Eddie. Well done to Elena. Well done to Bruce. Well done to Ricky Potty. All our nominees. Well done to White Ball Sports. Have been nominated for 4 of the 6 in the most outstanding sports broadcasting categories. Thank you, guys. See you next week.